I get all my information from Twitter, and I see the young people, and they seem to really hate us, and it bums me out because I feel like, I'm like, can you just watch Reality Bites? Like, please, just someone understand that we were you before you were you. We graduated in a recession, and we also had student debt, and then somebody said to me, yeah, but you paid it off because you're rich. I'm like, no, I paid it off because I'm 47, and it's been 27 years since the debt began. There's like a vitriol, you know. I know we're told to eat the rich, but I think the problem is some people don't know who the rich are or what rich is. You know, rich is Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. Me, 47, with a mild 401k and a little bit of savings, I'm probably doing better than a lot of people that are tweeting at me, but that's not rich. But you don't know that when you're young, right? But then they're like, you're rich, I'm poor, sent from my iPhone. I'm like, see, Gen X tried to change the world knowing we probably couldn't, but it's the right thing to do. Young people are trying to change the world thinking they can in their lifetime, and we're like, oh my God, no one told them. Someone forgot to fucking tell them, you know? I've had young people say to me, you know, your generation slacked off, and I'm like, don't use the language of the enemy. The boomers called us slackers because they crashed the economy. We graduated in a recession, and we had to find our own jobs. We were the first gig economy, but we didn't have iPhones, and so it was hard to make up jobs like out of the blue. This guy had to open a store in New Haven. We were the first entrepreneurs, right? We weren't slackers, but they called us slackers because we didn't worship money the same way they did. It was a mean thing. We didn't actually slack off when it came to important social justice issues. But someone young said to me, oh, yeah, well, prove it. I'm like, I can't. I didn't have Instagram, so I can't show you my account from back then. And he's like, well, you must have had pictures. I'm like, no, you're not understanding. In the 90s, if you had a camera, you were a photographer. Nobody had a camera. It was a giant thing you had to wear around your neck, and it looked dorky. And if you showed up at a party, hey everyone, I got my camera, they'd be like, go away, you narc. This is a party. We don't take pictures of what we're doing. We don't want any evidence of this. Go. And like maybe you had your little disposable camera, but that was $10. And if you're 20, what do you want to spend $10 on? A camera or cigarettes and beer, you know? And you could get that for under $10. And so you might have a disposable camera, but you might take like 3 pictures at your cousin's wedding and then like put it down on your bureau, and then like you're looking at it, you're like, oh, I have 16 pictures left. That should last about 2 years. Because like each thing you go to, you take like 2 photos. Now that I have a camera in my phone, I mean, I take pictures every fucking second, but I'm not making fun of people that have camera phones, but you just don't understand. There's no proof that my generation existed, and I want to tell you about it, you know? I feel like young people today think that 47 and 87, like basically the same thing. I really do, and I don't understand why. Like, I'll give you an example. I was at this event in Los Angeles that was like older women in showbiz talking to younger women in showbiz and helping them out. And I was like, technically, it should be the other way around if you know anything about showbiz or Los Angeles. But this young woman came up to me, and she had her phone in her hand, and she got a text that she had to answer. And she's like, so sorry, I have to answer this text. I said, no problem. Now, I didn't realize that she didn't know my age. At the time of this story, I was 45, because I guess I look younger than my age. I can pass or whatever. And so she said, ugh, I just hate my phone. I just can't wait. I just can't wait to turn 40. And I go, why? What happens then? She goes, well, you know, people over 40, they just don't know how to use technology, so they stop. And I go, really? She goes, yeah, everyone else does it for them. I go, really? Well, who are the people that do it for them? Do they get automatically assigned one at age 40? Or she's like, I don't know how it works, but they all use like paper planners and stuff. And it's like, so I didn't know what to do. I was like, you know, I'm 45. And she goes, oh, I didn't. Oh, I'm so sorry. And there was something about her apology that I was like, I don't think she's apologizing for what she said. I think she's apologizing for the fact that I'm 45. And I was like, oh, no, it's cool. I've been all the ages. It's totally fair. I was born at 0 like everyone else. If I'd been born at 45, fuck, you should be sorry. That would be really weird and unfair. I missed out on a whole period of my life. But I said, we do use technology. We kind of invented it. I mean, or maybe it was the young boomers who invented it, but we certainly adapted and improved on it. I mean, right? I mean, we went from programming VCRs to rewinding cassettes with a pencil, you know. I mean, that's not technology, but you try to fucking do it, 24-year-old. I take Pilates, and I was in a class one morning, and you know when you take a class, they're like, everyone, it's your body. You make the choices here. I'm just here to lead you, you know, wherever you're at today, just modify if you need to. And then when you modify, they come right over like a fucking laser, and they're like, what are you doing? What do you think you're modifying? Why do you think you're not trying hard enough? What happened to you? Why are you giving up so soon? Don't you want to crush it? Don't you want to... And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. It was 8 a.m. and my neck was a little stiff. I was like, my neck's a little stiff. And she starts going into something about like, oh, you know, she starts giving me some shit that I've known forever. And I go, I'm just 47. I just thought that would be like a thing that would shut her the fuck up, you know? And it kind of did. She goes, oh, okay. She goes, if you need to leave or anything, oh, no, we're allowed to stay out for at least 55 minutes at a time. My technology minder will be here in about 10 minutes. Because I'd like to sign up again using ClassPass, but I don't fucking know how. Do you take pencils? How do I do that? She looks at me and she goes, I just thought you were hungover. I'm like, who the fuck goes to class hungover? What generation is this? What's happening? Why would anyone go to a Pilates class at 8 a.m. hungover? Dudes, young people, if you're doing that shit, stop it. You don't need to be always grinding or whatever the fuck it's called. Take a sick day. Pay the $15 cancel fee. If you're hungover, you don't have to work out for a month. Just relax.